Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Village of Ruidoso special meeting. It's March 6th, 2026. It's 2:30. If we could get a roll call, please, ma'am.
Mayor Crawford.
Here.
Councilor Eby.
Here.
Councilor Letterman.
Here.
Councilor Salas.
Here.
Councilor Hooker.
Here.
Councilor Jackson.
Here.
And Councilor Court.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, can we go ahead and stand for a moment of silence, and then we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico, the Zia symbol of perfect friendship among united cultures.
Thank you, everybody. Okay, before we go into closed session, if I could get Matthew Baird down. We had some questions that we want to just go and see if we can get them addressed. One of them is the outfield. I know on the infield you're doing turf,
Yes, sir.
artificial turf. excuse
Yes,
me.
artificial turf.
And then on the outfield, what are the plans for that? We're
So-
tore pretty bad.
So the outfields will stay natural grass, and we're talking about Eagles Creek Sports Complex.
Thank you.
They will stay natural grass. The agreement with Tom Dorgan is that he is to return them back to the condition they were when he took them over. And so he has told us his plans this year is to re-turf them. By re-turf them, is sodding them with natural grass. So his plan is to sod the damaged area of the outfields is what he told me.
Okay.
What's the timing on that?
It should be, so he has to have them returned back to us in original condition May 1st.
Okay.
Is my interpretation of the agreement. I think that's what.
And Ron and I were going to have a meeting with him, then we got tied up with the DHSCM NRCS meetings went long. So we're meeting with him next week,
Next Wednesday, yes.
next Wednesday, and we'll get a definitive answer
Okay,
on the turfing as opposed to seeding.
okay.
That's what happened, I think, last year.
Yeah, he's seeded several years in the past, but there's not enough time that early in the season to get that seed to grow to then be able to play on it. The other issue is that ground's very compacted because it's been driven on, and so
Hard
the
as
seed,
concrete.
the seed won't grow into it, so.
Okay.
So this contract, we won't be parking on the outfield anymore?
They
No.
will, they still will be able to park on the outfield,
It's just every year he's supposed to return it back.
return it back to original condition.
So it seems to me that we haven't made, or we have not instructed him to own up to what the contract says. Are we going to do that? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
We gotta, if we're gonna have a contract, we need to go by that contract.
And we've been working that way towards that direction for the last 3 years since I've been here, trying to get to that means or that ends.
Okay, can you cover the big controversy about the softball?
Yes, so I did receive a call or an email 2 days ago and a call yesterday about the adult softball league. The pages that operate the adult softball league were unhappy with the village for having our adult volleyball league. The leagues, from what I see, overlap about 1 week. So ours overlaps 1 week into theirs.
I don't understand, what does that, because the same people are gonna play both sports?
She was, her allegations were that we would be detrimental to her programming because we're offering something at the same time. In history, we've looked back, there has been one team, one group of people that have played both in history, and they still played both leagues.
Have you responded to them?
I did call her. She was not happy with my response of that, and so she let me know she was gonna go above me to get.
So what do they pay for a big tournament?
So a big tournament, they pay $40 a team is what they pay to us, and that is actually the exact same as they pay for their league, their sports league, or their adult volleyball league. So like their adult volleyball league last year, they had 6 teams, so they paid $240 to us to use the fields for, I believe it was 8 weeks. use on the fields, so very, very, very little.
Wait, if I may. When you're saying fields, volleyball?
No, for their softball. This is, I'm talking about softball.
Okay, you just said volleyball.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I've been back and forth the last 2
Gotcha.
days in my brain, and they've been getting mixed up, so.
Okay, so something was mentioned that we do not have a basketball.
Yes.
No basketball. So that would.
Adult
basketball.
Adult. So is that, I mean, they made reference that we could have had our volleyball in the basketball season. I mean, is that, we didn't do that on purpose.
No, and so the way our seasons, because our youth sports have really expanded over the last several years, and our staff hasn't, we start out our season in the fall with football and soccer right now, is currently. We're looking at making some changes, but it's football and soccer, then we go to youth volleyball.
Yeah.
And then we go to, during youth volleyball, we do adult football, which is an outside sport. Then we go to youth basketball, the little kids, youth basketball, the older age group. Then we go to youth soccer, and then at the tail end of youth soccer, we do adult volleyball. And then we go into summer, which is our summer activities, Whibbit, the pool, and the summer camps.
So Matthew, getting back to the adult baseball, is the complaint that we have possibly a competing group of players, or is everyone playing at the same field?
No, they're not playing at the same field. Volleyball is playing at the Horton Sports, or the Horton Gym, and the softball is playing at the softball complex. The only complaint I could see, she didn't spell it out to me when she spoke to me, but was that it's competing interests, and so possibly pull from the same group of people. But that would be like Little
Deion
League.
Sanders, I don't know if I'm gonna play baseball,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play football this weekend.
Yeah, but that would be like Little League coming to us, Little League Baseball coming to us and being mad that we have spring soccer during Little League Baseball season. We're trying to offer things for the community, and so that's just.
That 1 week overlap, is that at the start
It,
or end?
so it's the end of volleyball season, start of softball season. Yes, it's the end of our volleyball season,
So
start of her
we're
softball season.
encroaching at the front end for
Yes.
a week.
Yes. And we only have games on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and so it'll be literally the last two games
Of volleyball.
of volleyball, yes.
And I was confused that I didn't know we were playing spring volleyball, adult spring volleyball. I always thought it was in the fall, because that's how it was since the department started. Adult basketball, adult volleyball, which we always gave right away to the schools when they had their games, and then also for Little League. As a matter of fact, we'd be going, Parks Department would go clean up after Little League games. And that's how I remembered it. And that's what surprised me when I saw the email and I got the call that it was played in spring. And that's my fault that, I wasn't keeping up with it. And when it switched to that,
Since I've been here, it's been in springtime.
so that's been where it moved to that part. Now, I understand because we're lacking of gym space for the youth. Because we have more kids here, not only for Ruidoso, but Mescalero comes and plays, Capitan teams, Hondo teams.
Corona and all the way from Carrizozo.
I mean, the program's really grown big, so I understand that on scheduling. But the other question I have personally, what are we doing with the games that would have been played at Gavilan Field? Are we gonna use them on the soccer fields, put a temporary Little League field there, or?
So we are, that's the plan, to have four
Okay.
temporary Little League baseball fields at the White Mountain Sports Complex.
Okay, and then see, right there, that will be overlapping with the soccer, spring soccer as well.
Which
But-
we've already worked out with them, and we'll use the baseball field outfield for some of our spring soccer also, if we need those
Right,
overflow
and
fields.
that's what we've done, because of the numbers,
Mm-hmm.
the participant numbers and stuff. And that's the part that I guess is always the juggling act. Well, we got this field for practice time, but yet you see a scrimmage going on between either baseball or
Mm-hmm.
soccer. That's the tough part of policing the field usage and the wear and tear. I mean, it's torn up pretty dang bad with both of them during the growing season right there.
For sure.
Ron, could you possibly meet with the Pages and,
Yeah.
you know, I'm worried I think we've got 3 emails from them in the last month that, you know,
Yeah, Mayor Crawford, Councilor Corey, I mean, we're more than willing to meet with them, and we'll talk to her and to Coach Page. So.
and underscore as it relates to the fields, our concern that they do get maintained.
Yeah, and another obstacles we're looking at with that, those improvements to those fields, they will have to be down for some time to do the work on them. And so that's where we're trying to fit in the schedule, trying to figure out where we can fit that in to be able to do that. And so, I mean, there is a chance it will affect either league play or some tournaments over the summer, just finding that time to be able to do it.
I think we need to prioritize the fields, who gets them, when they get them, and I think we need to look at what we charge.
I agree.
$40, I mean, for all of that, it's generating a private business on our fields that we're spending way over that money, keeping them maintained, wear and tear. We have to send the police
Trash.
out, we have to maintain traffic and all that stuff, and what do we get out of it? Supposedly, we get GRT off of, in lodger's tax.
And lodger tax.
But that's the argument that we've heard, is you're here for us, not the other way around.
Yeah, understood. I think, though, we need to keep those issues separate.
Well, it's the same issue. We want the baseball fields here, and we're overlapping here, that's one complaint. The other is we're getting the fields fixed, and we need to make sure that the current operator, Winter Park, replaces this side.
Well, but then to add on that, we're gonna raise the fees in the same conversation, I think, looks like we're punishing them.
No, we've been talking about this for some time, and that's what it always comes up, that it's a punish, it's a whatever, and the argument has been going on for a long time, but the facts are, everything has gone up, everything has been raised but that. I can't find anything else that we've spent, you know, that kind of money on that we don't get the increase on the fees. We even did it for parks, didn't we do that for rentals sometime back?
Yes, sir, a few years ago.
When you rent, you go out to the park and you rent the little covers.
Yeah, it's actually more expensive to rent a pavilion in our park than it is a baseball field.
Well, and what about the Little League, the teams that come here, and I know they're bringing their families, and wonderful. But the wear and tear on our fields for somebody else, and we don't charge
No.
very much. How much do we charge for Little League? Like
the same.
Memorial and all those?
Yeah,
It's the same $40 per team. And, a lot of these tournaments are charging $400 to $600 easily per team to be in their tournament. And so, they're paying us 40 of that dollars. So,
And then we're picking up the trash all
No,
weekend?
I understand.
So Matthew, going back to your project, that the funding has to be expended by June 30th.
yes.
And how long is that project going to take to get the new lighting put up, we're going to run electricity, the plan is to the gate, and then do the infill? What's the?
So I'm working with contractors right now. We're looking at, it could possibly be 6 weeks. Now, I'm trying to work around them to say, the turf contractors, I'm actually just have an email on the way over here. He came through, so I don't have a timeline exactly on that. And the light contractor is a little bit, I'm trying to work with them to say, hey, can we prioritize, y'all are working like during the week, but all the lights are on the outside of the field. They will have to get on the field to do some of the over fence work just because there's access issues. But can you do that during the day, during the week, so we can still have the fields available on the weekends and evenings type of thing? And they've agreed to do some of that, but it is gonna, there's probably gonna be a couple weeks of probably no use of the fields at least, up to 4 weeks even. Which this summer we did lessen our tournaments a little bit, just because like Ironman coming in, we wouldn't have had the staff to run a tournament and Ironman. So that weekend, we're not gonna have a tournament. And there's a few weekends that we just historically don't have tournaments, so I'm trying to patch together, can we can we kind of, yeah, squinch a little bit and make that, make that work? So that's my goal.
When do the tournaments usually start? In June?
May.
Yeah,
May?
in May.
First one's in May.
No.
There's if I remember right,
So
there's 3 tournaments.
There's
in
3
May.
tournaments right in a row in the May. and,
Adults.
So no kids.
That's what I thought.
And then-
Memorial,
Yes.
The Memorial
Yeah.
one, then there is an adult
Yeah,
one.
King of the
and
Mountain and Queen of the Mountain.
And then, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so, it's maybe looking at after that May date, then taking the 4 weeks of June to be able to do it. It's just kind of one of those where, it's difficult because we don't get the facility back until May 1st at the earliest.
And Matthew, that's when they're also practicing. When do they start practicing? In May?
May 1st is.
And I
when-
know that Counselor Salas went up there a few years back and the outfield was in,
Oh, yeah.
terrible.
it's
I mean,
in bad
it is
Bad
condition.
every
shape.
year.
And we fight all summer to get it back to a good condition by the end of summer, and then
Yeah.
it's,
but we may have to, I mean, if our contract says May 1st for Tom, you have to get the fields, then why would we have the King and Queen tournaments?
so May 1st is when we get the fields back, and they're supposed to be back in their original condition.
By May
The-
1st?
By May 1st is what the contract says, is my interpretation of it. And then those tournaments aren't until the end of May. And so that does give us a couple weeks for the tournaments, for us to start to do work on them. But the league, they can technically start practicing May 1st. It's very tight windows we have in there, very tight timelines we have, but
So when does the park close down? The end of March?
April, yeah, the end of March.
Okay.
And so they have 30 days from their last day to turn
Okay.
over, which their last day has to be March.
It's not Easter?
30. No,
Okay,
it's the end of March.
Okay.
That's where the last day of April is their
Okay.
last day, and it turns back to us May 1st,
okay.
is my understanding.
Anything else? Okay, thank you, Matthew.
Thank
you.
you, Matthew.
Thanks, Matt.
Can you just, we're going to have an update, when, next week? On the forever chemicals, the microplastics?
Mayor Crawford, members of the council, waiting on one of the attorneys with the company that's representing the village on the lawsuit that the EPA has filed against these large companies that produce chemicals, and we're just waiting on the separation between the microplastics and the PFAS. Right now, we're on the PFAS, and we have a March 31st deadline to submit all the testing that we've done, all the reimbursement for that there's a deadline of March 31st, and then we'll have them give us another update on that also.
Is that for the state of New Mexico that,
Well, it's for the United States, but
Yes.
nobody in New
Okay.
Mexico, and we were the first ones
Okay.
to get on that.
Okay.
But what we found out, I didn't realize there was a difference. The microplastics act as a vehicle to carry the PFAS. So we were testing for PFAS. That's what the lawsuit says. Well, now then they're coming out with microplastics. So we were told today, where, Raffle?
Alpine, Village
Village had some
Their water
microplastics in their water.
got tested for
I've heard
microplastics.
microplastics are in everything.
That's
Well,
what I
PFAS too,
understood.
that's what we were thinking, but when we had PFAS because of the fire retardant, they didn't find any, or they haven't found anything
No,
yet.
they haven't found anything, so.
So we were gonna have, our water department test for the microplastics.
We'll get that going.
I really thought they were together, but,
So,
so we'll do that next. Okay, if we get a motion to go into closed session, please?
Mr. Mayor, I move that we move into closed session for discussion of limited personnel matters concerning the village manager, citing 1015-1H2, NMSA 1978. Further, discussion subject to the attorney-client privilege pertaining to threatened or pending litigation in which the village of Ruidoso is or may become a participant, citing 1015-1H7, NMSA 1978. And finally, discussion of the purchase, acquisition, and/or disposal of real property and/or water rights by the village of Ruidoso, citing 1015-1H8 MSA 1978. Any action taken as a result of the closed session will be brought back into open session, and I so move.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, ma'am.
Counselor Jackson.
Aye.
Counselor Hooker.
Aye.
Counselor Corey.
Aye.
Counselor Salas.
Aye.
Counselor Letterman.
Aye.
Counselor Eby.
Aye.
All right, thank you. We'll now go into closed session.
Yes.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I forgot I'm doing not the narrator, what did you do, Greg? Moderator at the Republican Party. I thought it was tomorrow night.